They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly. But you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to the home of the Penn State-Miami Lions, Beaver Stadium in State College, Pennsylvania. As we'll see a squad from the back, the Miami, Ohio Redhawks. And the Redhawks' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. So Penn State's offense will go to work first. Every team has impact players. What traits are you looking for when it comes to players who can make an impact, David?
Well, obviously, you want the main things, right? Speed, physicality, like all power. All those things are really, really good. But you also need guys that will hold people accountable, guys that will lead. And it's nice to have those guys on your team. They're the leaders of the team, and they're the best players.
And part of the reason why they're leaders is because these guys galvanize their teammates, right? We've seen time and time again, these dudes make plays, and it just sparks the sideline. It sparks the coaching staff.
Oh, he's got some space. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. Did a nice job of it.
Working that left side now. Let's take just a second and talk about Penn State. They lose in the semis last year. Any potential for a hangover this season?
I don't think so, and I think they obviously didn't finish last season the way they wanted to, but having the success they had, David, that opened the eyes to a lot of portal players around the country. They wanted to come here knowing they could build on that and take the next step.
And sometimes it takes those steps, Jesse. Like, you've got to crawl before you walk. And this team, they tasted it. They know what it feels like. They know what it's like to be in the playoffs, and they want more. And they get to take some anger out and some hard feelings out today to start this season.
3rd and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? From the gun, wants to pass. A little release to the back. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs.
And this is why check downs are so big. There's a lot of quarterbacks in these types of situations on 3rd down. They just want to make the home run, highlight-type throw. But a nice job being poised and making a good decision, checking it down to the running back here to help your offense out.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Just keeps slinging it. Fires to the middle. Makes a connection. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The Nittany Lions with the 1st and 10. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Got enough space. Touchdown, Penn State. Great job by the back on the option. They're on the board first here in the season opener.
And they talked about it this week with us. They talked about wanting to start this football game fast. Nothing like taking the opening possession, using your script to your advantage, and then getting closer and exerting your physicality, running the football in, off to a hot start for this offense.
And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. The coverage team maintains his discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Redhawks offense will get the ball for the first time. This guy has all of the battle scars. He's got all of the trust of this team, David, as he has been their leader, their warhorse throughout his career.
Yeah, and we've seen him. He's been very productive. He's proven his worth in college football, but now he's taking his talents to a new...
And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And you can tell this offense wanted to create a little bit of space being backed up, but how about the D? Coming out firing on all cylinders, getting the sack on the very first play.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Quarterback strolling away from heat. Short gain on the play before he slides. Guys, let's talk about the Redhawks. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to...
And down he goes back with the three.
This is not an ideal start for this offense. Your defense already gave up points on the first drive. This is your first opportunity, and you're not doing the most important thing, protecting your quarterback. Already 2 sacks on the day.
He'll field it close to the 50. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
And the Nittany Lions with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. He breaks a tackle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Guys, let's think big picture for a minute and talk about Penn State. We mentioned the number of players they lost, but you can only focus on the guys who are wearing your uniform. Can't worry about those who left, have to worry about those you have. But any concerns that you guys have about touchdown Nittany Lions? Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And this offense is firing on all cylinders right now. Starting the year, game 1, creating a little bit of a pad and separation at the end of this first half. But you can see why so many people are really excited about this offense this season.
He'll bring it out. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. They haven't exactly burst out of the starting blocks, and they need to get something together with this possession. Wants to throw on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. But snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Got his man on the right. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. These old girders are rocking on 3rd down here at Beaver Stadium. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. The Red Hawks send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. He'll field the punt. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. He put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. Under fire. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. The Nittany Lions trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Back to pass. Makes the catch. It's Strickland. Tying it up. Oh, the Hawks. Wrestled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Handoff from the gun. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top. Takes the easy completion. Touchdown, Penn State! Oh, that baby in, and then strolled into the end zone for the score. And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Gentlemen, that pivotal top 15 battle is in the books. Here's how things went down. Georgia was like a 65-man mute button. They went on the road and silenced one of the most vocal crowds in football. And it's clear this Dogs team has adopted the mantra, let your play do the talking. Sure happened today. Iron sharpens iron, and you just know a top 15 matchup like this is going to go a long way in telling the story of each of these teams' seasons.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the Red Hawks have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. You just can't go backwards there. He did, and they swarmed him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
We've reached a break, and Penn State is on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. So first down here as they go back to work. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. The Nittany Lions with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Back to pass on second down. It's complete to the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
And when you run those drag routes, it just takes a little bit of know-how. And when I say that, the receiver's got to understand, find space. My quarterback's going to find me. He's looking for that space at the same time. Nice throw, nice catch. Way to get the first down.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. That one came in hot, and it's incomplete. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. The offense changing the play. They'll try to get outside. He'll get it inside the 40. They'll mark it at the 39 before he goes out of bounds. The Nittany Lions will line up to punt it away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. Guys, we'll see what this Red Hawks offense can get done this time. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Dave.
Yeah, nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now, chip into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when you get to the half.
Oh, he's got a chance. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
The Red Hawks can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Motion from the wide receiver. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Complete to the right. Knocked down immediately, but a big gain down to the 45.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Off the play fake on first down. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Quarterback run is part of their game plan.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Outside the pocket, lets it go. Sweet throw and catch along the sideline. It's enough for the first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback.
Throws toward the end zone. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
It just looks to me like the offense is starting to get a little bit impatient, right, guys? They haven't scored in this game yet, and all of a sudden now they're taking shots down the field, and they're trying to make it happen. But the defense, they have been lights out. They force another incompletion.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. And he'll have to find the line and generate some power, a 46-yarder from the left. He slides that just inside the right upright.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the run from inside his own. He's on the loose. And there he goes. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returners, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Looking for those open spaces and opportunity. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Miami, Ohio has it back. The Red Hawks offense heads to the field. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now, they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
2nd down, he'll throw it. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40.
That's going to drive the defensive coordinator crazy because these guys take pride on their sub-defense packages. When you get into 3rd and long situations, that's when D coordinators love to get creative and throw all these exotic blitzes and pressure the quarterback. Nobody got even close to him that time. Way too much time to survey the field. That was just way too easy for the offense to pick up that first.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The kick is on its way. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football, make your plays, put a good drive together here.
Never underestimate the power of moving forward and creating breathing room. He's up to the 17. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Picks up the 1st down and gets down to avoid contact. The Nittany Lions are in the hurry-up. Looking to throw on 1st down. They'll run the screen. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup. Now on 2nd down. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half. And the Nittany Lions come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Out of the backfield, he's open. Gets it out to the 40-yard line. Give him 5 on that one. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a 1st down. Got the quick pass. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 48.
This offense is clicking, and clearly everything is working. The offensive coordinator's calling good plays. The quarterback and his unit is executing. And this defense right now, they have no answers.
Grabbed in the middle. It's Orlando. Makes the grab almost to the 1st down marker, but a good pickup on that one. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And that is incomplete. The Nittany Lions come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. There he goes. Ripping off a good chunk inside the 25, and they're set up with a 1st down. To the air on 1st down. Get it out on the screen. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Nittany Lions with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Grab near the sticks. It's Strickland. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Nittany Lions had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been relentless in moving the ball methodically down the field. Makes the grab on the left. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Quarterback may change this route. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Strickland. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. He's looking to pass, using the quick game. They make the stop, and that is the end of the first half. The Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. That's the kind of mistake that throws off your game plan. Come out of the end zone, and you're stopped at the 8. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there, and how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Third and short, they've got them backed up inside the 20, and the D can get the ball back here. Under fire. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. And the Redhawks will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. Fourth time he's punted tonight. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. He'll haul it in right around the logo. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. This offense has it with really good field position. The lone back's got it. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
And the Nittany Lions can really attack on this second and short. They'll keep it on the ground. Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
All right, nothing flashy there. He just did what it took to get the first down.
From the 22 on 1st and 10. Bring in the heat. He's going to run it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Nittany Lions. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And everybody's getting in on the fun now for this offense. From the opening whistle, they've been up and down the field. Starters are scoring. You've got backups in the game now. And I love the play calling. These guys came to your school to play in this offense to score touchdowns, so let them go do it. Make this defense prove they can stop.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Guys, we'll see what this Redhawks offense can get done this time. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. From the gun, the running back has it. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They go right back to it. They get him stopped at the 26, but that'll be enough for this offense to go to work on first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Wide receiver comes in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the third quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Going to try to get it himself. Absolutely nowhere to go as his defense makes a third down stop. The Red Hawks will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 5th kick of the night. That nifty return sets up the option. Gates some of the yardage on the punt. The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. The give to the back. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long. This one from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Quick completion on the out route. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48. The Nittany Lions have it with a 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Nittany Lions have this offense rolling. They're going to ride this running back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the running back. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they knock him down at the 17.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You've got to just keep getting positive yards. You've got to keep the 3rd downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
And they'll drag him down. That's likely the last play of the 3rd quarter. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Penn State on top. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. It's good, and that was dead solid perfect. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we got... Not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Miami, Ohio has it back. The Red Hawks offense heads to the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking downfield, it's Beckham. Makes the grab. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Let's talk for a second about Miami of Ohio. Unless there is a dramatic turn of events, this is not going to be a way to cool off that hot seat.
And they're going to have to be able to handle adversity and handle the outside noise moving forward, because losing this game in week 1, all the detractors, all the naysayers, that noise is going to get louder. That hot seat is getting even hotter. And I think all eyes are going to be on this program now, David, seeing how they turn the page and move on from those.
And I give you Exhibit A. Jesse Palmer just turned up the hot seat. All eyes are on them. They got to win. They got to do this. Starting off on the wrong foot. This is exactly what happens. It becomes a distraction. We're going to find out how good of a coach he is.
He lobs one high down the left side. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on 4th down.
Listen, with the aggressiveness of offenses and taking chances, a lot of times it's going to put your defense in a hole. And this defense is going to have to come through in the clutch right here because you're...
Breaks into the open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
Well, they were able to come out here in week 1 and really feed off the energy of this home crowd. They've been making plays all over the field. You could not ask for a better start to the season.
Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Miami, Ohio offense returns to the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
And we've seen a lot of that from this offense, unfortunately. Just quarterback and wide receivers just not in sync. And sometimes it happens and they get out of sync and they don't make big plays. But, man, you're in a huge deficit. You need big plays down the field, so somebody's got to make a play for their quarterback.
And the Redhawks getting set on 1st and 10. Looking for a man. It's Beckham. Finds his tight end. Knocked down immediately, but a nice pickup on that one. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The give to the single back. Runs for the tackle. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the 1st down. The Redhawks are on the move.
And first down for the offense.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. Back to pass. Firing to the right, complete. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
They'll try to pick up the 1st through the air. And it's incomplete on 3rd down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Power football with the run. Past the 1st down marker and still running. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. Receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Smart move to keep it on the ground. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat, it's been that kind of day for this defense.
Wide receiver going in motion. Might as well give it to him again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. We've reached a 2-minute timeout. In all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Looking for a man. It's Brock. They're setting up the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Quarterback's just going to take a knee. Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality.